Oh, righty. Well, I didn't feel like plugging the microphone, so I'll just record this quickly. I'm listening to this bullshit from, of course, Bo the Fifth Column. I still talk about this fool because I think he's still a moron. Um, he's talking about the vaccines and how more Republicans are refusing to get vaccines and whatnot. Now it's up to 48% and everything, of course, according to a poll. And the thing is, he still lives in this, like I say, he's trying to appeal to his shit lib audience. I've said that before. To his sort of boomer lib audience who are like, well, Democrats are going to do better. He spent a long time praising Biden for all the things he's done, but of course, he would have to make a video here and there to make it seem like I'm still a lefty, guys. I'm still a left wing sort of guy, bro. Um, he's very, like I say, I was going to say schizophrenic, but I think that he's trying to appeal to everybody. He will make videos where he will, you know, praise what Biden has done, but of course say Biden's not my guy, this and that. And then he'll try to make some sort of video to appeal to Republicans to say, "Oh, well, you want your land, this and that, and all that. That's fine, but that's more of a left wing idea." And he'll try to appeal to them. But I've wasted enough time with that. The point is that it's silly to think that the Dems and Republicans, for all intents and purposes, are any different from each other. The Dems by the 1980s, probably even earlier, had sacrificed a lot to become more of a neo-lib party, similar to the Republicans. So even if the Republicans somehow disappear, if the Republican Party disappears, it's going to put more strain on the Democratic Party. Because then you're going to have to deal with, well, this person, like I say, you're going to have the optics test. You're going to have the shit test that is going to be given to older folks and more of these so-called blue dog Democrats. So you're going to have something like the New Democrats, much the same way as it was like the new Social Democratic Party, right? In Weimar, Germany. You had this break-off party, much the same way. I mean, you're going to have all these third parties, isn't that? But it's like, you have to realize is that where it matters, Democrats and Republicans will believe the same things. They will claim to hate Colin Powell, for example, for whatever reason. When he dies, though, suddenly everybody comes together and say, rest in peace to Colin Powell. Or they'll say, rest in peace to whomever else. To George Herbert Walker Bush. And it goes to show it does not matter. You can go ahead and talk about my policy all day. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about policy because the thing is that arguably, if you ask, POC or whichever term you want to use, African Americans, and say, did the New Society program that LBJ instilled and brought into play, did it help black folks? Great Society, that's the word I was thinking of. It created the projects. It created places like Cabrini Green, which kind of centralized a lot of the gang culture. And of course, once Cabrini Green in Chicago was taken down, then the gang spread out to other areas, right? Or at least, I'll put it this way, the black gangs. I know people are going to be like, ooh, you're getting real racial. I know. And of course, I haven't talked about the evil of the Republicans. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into the evil of them. Yeah. You want to say, oh, well, they're holding back, voting rights, this and that. Yeah, that is pretty fucked up. Yeah. What I would say though is, what are Democrats doing? They're giving lip service to it, aren't they? You know, what are they really doing to fight against that? What is Liu doing? What is AOC doing? What are they doing on a practical level? I don't, like I say, crickets, right? I can't do it, but yeah, it's all crickets. And you have to be aware of that, you know. So if the Republican Party goes down, honestly, that's a chance for groups as irrelevant as they are, like the NJP, and as LARPy as they would be, and even for like Cultured Thug and what he's trying to do to gain more relevance locally. Locally, that is, to a point. But of course, eventually, there is a fairly extensive doxing network that does exist. So if you have any sort of background and they decide to look into you, then you're done, you know? So it's a difficult thing, but I think that it's ridiculous to be like, oh, the Democrat, the Republicans and Democrat argument. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't. Functionally, they are the same thing. And all those bad people like Colin Powell, they'll say, yeah, we agree on that. When it comes to, war and things like that, they'll both agree. You can go ahead and talk about policies all you want to, but those policies are crumbs. That's all I got. Goodbye.